We live in a golfing world where we spend fortunes of our hard-earned money to get the lightest, fastest, highest launching, most forgiving golf clubs on the market. However, if we write one little letter on the side of a shaft, for example, L, no one wants it. Absolutely ecstatic with that bogey. 5 shots down that par 4, and this is the difference between old Simon, where a lot of you are stuck at the moment. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at Stamford Springs Golf Club. We're just going to make our way now about 40 minutes down the road towards Southampton to go and pick a golf set off Gumtree, of all places. It's been a long time since we got a deal off Gumtree. I'm going to show you in the listing here. And yeah, it's £100 for this bag, irons, woods, driver, putter. We've got an Odyssey 2 ball, I believe, in there as well, which is great. So it's a great little deal. But it got me thinking, so many of you, especially you guys that are towards the end of your golfing career, are you just looking for that set to give you the most forgiveness, get some height? Let's say you hit your 7 iron 100 yards, for example, 90 yards. We're talking that kind of clubhead speed. Yeah, you're more than willing to pay 3 times the amount for a really super graphite shaft from TaylorMade, Callaway, wherever it might be, for £100 a stick, opposed to finding a nice lightweight graphite set with Ladies Flex or Light Flex, if that helps your ego, because it's all the same stuff. Like, trying to get a super lightweight stiff shaft costs a lot of money, hence all these upgradable shafts you see. £300 for a shaft, super lightweight, 40 grand, but X stiff. But to make a lightweight flexible graphite shaft, I mean, that's very affordable, and nothing's changed over the last 6 years. The Ping GLE 2 set from Ping has been current now for 4 years. I did a review about 4 years ago now, and that's still the same current set. They haven't changed a single thing. Still costs the same amount, I think about $340, $329 for a brand new driver. Imagine £120 per iron for the ladies set. But if you go back even further, ladies flex clubs in general haven't changed. And to be honest, some of this stuff would be great for you guys, for your golf bags, if you're struggling to get the ball up in the air, if you're struggling to get that height that you so desperately crave. And the great thing is because no one else has the same mindset, these things do go for next to nothing, and no one's bidding on them because they just perceive that it's got L written on the side of it, that it's not going to be good for them. Right, made it down here to Southampton. Let's go and see what they're like. Let's go and see the condition. Obviously they are relatively old golf clubs, just in the nature of them, but my point of this video is obviously to get them, try them, hit them. And a lot of you don't realize, but your A-Flex graphite shafts, even regular Flex graphite shafts, could be the same torque, same flex, as there is no standard in the game of golf. One manufacturer's Ladies Flex could be another manufacturer's regular Flex. They just put labels on them to obviously distinguish. Obviously you'd like to think, obviously majority of Ladies Flex and regular Flexes are similar, but that just isn't the case. Mizuno, Titleist, Srixon, you name it, they have all their own standards. And for a lot of you turning your nose up on potentially a great set of golf clubs for yourself, if you're just starting this game or potentially just finishing the game because there's a letter slapped on the side of it, this doesn't make sense to me. And ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Bags actually in fantastic shape. Considering these things brand new at 220 odd pounds for the new Dry Series bags. I don't think I've ever actually seen one in the orange, so obviously that's a bit new, a bit particular, but overall condition is great. I'm going to get these obviously out of the range. We can also have a better look, but as light-weighted graphite shafts, obviously this is that's a bit special. I mean, that's about £3,000 at the moment on eBay, but in terms of light-weighted graphite irons, can't really go wrong. Okay, back down at Sandford. We saw yesterday's video with the A-Flex shaft, low degree long drive head, and the whole point of this video, first of all, outrageous looking set. This is obviously a lovely little addition. Shame there's some felt tip marks for whatever reason on both sides of the putter. I'm not too sure why that is, but overall really good condition. Actually 35 inches long, so that's quite long. Traditional obviously 34 inches when it comes to putters, so that's a bit unusual. Obviously the RBZ Rescue, a bit of a faithful. I'd say 5 years ago this wouldn't have been worth more than £20–30 as late. probably 40 to 50 pounds. And again, Ladies Flex Sharp.
All my life, I've completely forgotten what these things sound like. Do not buy this King Cobra driver off eBay for me. If you see it, I mean, it's still alright. It still does the job. This is the thing. When it comes down to golf, it's perception versus reality. I'm going to hit a few shots one-handed. The idea is not to show off, but just to try and demonstrate a club head speed that's similar to the person that I'd recommend this equipment to. I'm going to show you the bad shots as well. I didn't just flush one off the middle. I could have just left it there, but I'll show you the slice and I'll show you the top. I'm recommending equipment, or this equipment, to someone that has that slow swing speed, potentially someone that has an injury, potentially someone that hasn't got the flexibility, whatever it might be, and there's nothing you can do to improve your club head speed. Therefore, you just need lightweight, high launching, forgiving golf clubs. And realistically, over the last 10 years, when it comes to that kind of technology, zero has changed. Now, if the last few shots remind you of your golf game, I want to tell you this: you can shoot incredible scores. And I tell this to a lot of the people that I teach that aren't particularly long off the tee. And I know quite a few golfers that can't hit their driver more than 180 yards. But they play off single figures, and I'll show you why. I play one-handed to limit myself in terms of distance. We've gone driver, we've gone rescue, we've just hit 8 iron, got unlucky, hit this tree, but we're now within 80 yards of the flag, and all of us can hit the ball at least 80 yards. You need to be mustard around this kind of area. And as I say to a lot of my lessons, if we took all your shots but then gave me the ball after we cross that 100-yard mark, we would normally take off 10 to 12 shots off everyone's game. I know it's boring, but if you're limited in distance, stop spending money trying to gain it and get good at the bit that is very much achievable and in your game. So, little short one, bounce at 50 yards, hopefully release. Oh, that was so perfect, apart from the bunker. Oh, my club face is just a tiny bit open. Give up. I'm going to hit it two-handed, hopefully to show that ability is the bit you need to practice. It's a tough shot though, needs to be close to that bunker. Oh, bite. Stay on that line, don't get sucked into the bunker. I'm actually enjoying this challenge, so we're going to do one more hole. Short par 4 here, 280 yards to the green, tight though, and I have to use one hand up until 80 yards, and then I can use two hands, but it has to be like a bump and run pitch run. I can't just hit lob wedge and fly 80 yards and spin it back, because if you haven't got the club head speed to hit it 150 yards with the driver, you won't have the ability to obviously do that. So let's nestle a few down there, bit of course management. The goal is to make 5 here to hopefully prove my point. I'm so happy with that drive, and so many of you that play off 28 and want to break 100 would be so disappointed, because you'll be like, oh no, I sliced it again. Yes, you did slice it, but you are now another 140 yards closer to the hole, and I'm so confident in my short game, and I practiced it for an endless amount when I started this game, that as soon as you put me within that 80-yard range of the flag, I know that I'm going to be tucked up close. And I'm not even the best wedge player in this golf club. There's probably loads of 6 handicappers around here that got a better wedge game than myself, but the difference is so many people that are trying to break 100 and don't hit it far are obsessed at gaining distance, not knowing your strengths. And if you are confident about being within 100 yards of the flag, it makes this part of the game a lot less stressful. As soon as you keep carving away 120, 140, 150 yards, I'm in play. I now know that I can punch one into the middle of the fairway, little wedge shot into the green, maybe hold the putt, if not, worst case 5. And if you're after bogey golf, this is how to do it. We did actually catch the deep rough, so we're gonna have to get steep, but luckily we only wanted this next shot to go like 60 yards at most anyway. So we're gonna get nice and steep, back of the stance, loads of loft, got the pitching wedge out, hopefully just pitch it 30 yards forward, and we're laughing anywhere. Strike is the important thing here. Oh, a bit more would have been obscene because I could have used 2 hands, but hopefully the next shot can get me around the green and we can start chipping towards that flag. Okay, we're going to try this RBZ hybrid. Try and get a little touchy one down there. Definitely want to hit down on it because I want that backspin to get the ball up in the air. If we can thread it through the bunkers, we're laughing, but the greenside bunker I'd be really happy with. Oh, that's worked out nicely. Chase up, go. Oh, that's miraculous. That's obscene. I wouldn't be that good with my wedge. Swing path though's hilarious. Look at that divot. Look at that divot. Look at that divot. That's outrageous. It's pointing over in the field there.
Absolutely ecstatic with that bogey. 5 shots down that par 4, and this is the difference between old Simon, where a lot of you are stuck at the moment, and Simon now. My technique is a lot worse than when I was 21, 22, 23. I practiced and hit 100, 200 balls a day, 3 hours a short game, and played 18 holes, essentially every day. I would say my practice was up towards 50 hours a week. My mental game and state was atrocious. I look at every shot now in my game as an opportunity. I looked at that 130-yard shot that if I got it on the green, I could get par when I was standing over that 30-foot putt. Even though I hit it horrendously, I was imagining that ball hitting the back of the cup. If you're one of these people that's constantly waiting and looking for the negative, constantly visualizing the bad stuff, aka the water, guess where 90% of your golf shots are going to end up? We're very good at visualizing and manifesting our golf shots out on the golf course. So even if this video didn't necessarily appeal to your swing because you hit it 300 yards off the tee, one thing we can always take away is trying to keep a calm and positive mentality when out on the golf course, because from my experience, you're going to improve your game much easier, 30%, 40% out on the golf course, more than any technology ever will. So guys, there we have it. Very interesting video. I've never even thought about that, and I quite like the idea of going out one-handed because it just limits me automatically in terms of distance, but then being able to use my short game that I've honed over the years, and always relying on your short game should never be out of whack. Yes, we're gonna have bad days with the driver. Yes, we're gonna have bad days with the irons. When you're finessing it around, chipping, putting, not really much should go wrong from a day to day. If you like this video, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys later.